mission to regain that throne. With our soldiers on the field, we're getting deep in the zone. Giving that classic Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys fan is who you with. Angry Cowboys fan. Getting that classic Cowboys tent. Angry Cowboys fan is who you with. Angry Cowboys fan.
How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys fan. Oh, born to battle. Hey, hey. Strong chest beats we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. Hey, hey. When the star shines bright, that's when we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
God. What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? As y'all can see, I'm borderline crash out. I'm borderline jumping off the cliff, but I ain't going to do that because there are some good things with this team. But there's a lot of bad things with this team. Oh my goodness, that we need to talk about. Like I said, Cowboys Nation, this channel is your channel, which means you got a voice, which means I've pinned up in the chat the link to come up here and give the Dallas Cowboys, give Matt Eberflus your raw and uncut as well. Y'all deserve it. This is a safe space, Cowboys Nation. This is a safe space. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the fact that in my little pregame video that I made, I said that people were calling this a trap game. That this was the Dallas Cowboys' yearly trap game that they would go in thinking that they would win and they would eventually lose. Boy, I had us 33-17. I had us 33-17, y'all. I had us going in there and making Caleb Williams look pedestrian. I was talking about that he was going to crash out. He crashed out all right. Crashed out right all on our defense. No diddy. Real talk. Man, they made that man look like Joe Montana. Why is it the narrative? These 3 games, I mean, the first game, defense did pretty good, but the first game, you don't know what you have. Obviously, you really don't know what you have in the second and third game either, but tendencies show what you may have in the future. So if stuff continuously happens, then that's an issue that you're going to have to take care of. what's continuously happening for the last 2 weeks against the New York Football Giants and now with the Chicago Bears, two pedestrian franchises, I might add. You make their quarterback look amazing. You let a wide receiver that you passed up on because you wanted to go, team trenches, Tyler Booker, you passed up. And he burnt you in this game. Real talk. You passed up on Luther Burden III. 3 receptions. 3 receptions, Cowboys Nation, for 101 yards. 33.7 yards on the average. God almighty, this rookie burned the secondary up. The next one in their leaderboard is Roma Dunze, three receptions. 7 targets, though, but 3 receptions, 62 yards. Touchdown. One thing that the Dallas Cowboys did do, what they did do today, they shut down the run game. And it's funny, Cowboys Nation, because that's what we complained about when we had Micah Parsons, and I hate to go back on and talk about number 11 or whatever, but that's what we talked about when we had Micah Parsons, that we can't stop the run. We can stop the run now. We can't stop the pass. They just dumping it on us. No diddy. Right over our heads. Second time in 2 weeks that we just got bombed on. And our safeties can't do nothing. Our star cornerback can't do nothing. Brother slipped up and got a tub put on him. Wow, Cowboys Nation. I swear. And I know y'all burning up in in the comment section as well. I was reading some comments from you guys, before the show started. I'm reading your comments, and Calvin said he mad as F right now, and I don't blame you. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame you for being mad because, like I said, this is the second week in a row where your defense has looked like garbage. This is the first week where your offense kind of looked like trash too. I mean, there's nobody that's escaping accountability in this loss. CeeDee Lamb, Brian Schottenheimer, for whatever reason, he runs CeeDee Lamb out of the backfield before he runs Miles Sanders. Come on, Miles Sanders is your RB2, right? But you want to line up CeeDee Lamb in the backfield? That's what I mean, Cowboys Nation. When you have a transitional talent, don't play him in so many things. Because if he feels like he has to do more, then his body is having to do more, which means it's working overtime. But in this particular injury, he got rolled up on. He got rolled up on by the defender. It looked pretty vicious. I was worried about his knee, actually, but good thing is he actually went to reporters, and the reporters asked him, and he said he's fine. Real talk. He said he's fine. I mean, I was like, really? Like, that looked pretty vicious. But apparently, according to DallasCowboys.com, brother said he's fine. All right. I'm going to pull that up for y'all real quick. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. So we're going to bring it up real quick. All right. Y'all let me know if y'all can see that. Throw a 1 in the chat if y'all can see it. Please, because I want to touch base on this. All right, I'll find out if y'all can though. But right now, it's CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb absolutely feels he can play next week after the ankle injury. Good deal. Our Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb was ruled out for the remainder of Sunday Week 3's game against the Chicago Bears as the second half began with a left ankle injury. Lamb suffered an injury in the first quarter when he lined up as a running back. They should put that in big, bold letters. As a running back in the backfield behind Dak Prescott and was tackled awkwardly as he tried to bounce it out to the outside. After walking off the field under his own power, and that was super important for him as well as Kenny Clark, because when Kenny Clark went down, I was like, hopefully they could just bounce up and just walk off, and both of them did, which was good. Lamb was examined by the Cowboys training staff on the bench for a few minutes before he removed his left cleat and went to the blue medical tent. Initially, Lamb was ruled questionable to return, and he did come back on the field for the first play of the second quarter. On that play, Lamb came across in motion and was in clear discomfort, returning to the bench and staying there for the remainder of the half. After the game, he admitted that he was rushing the process to try to return a bit. We can't have that. We always had an issue with that. I mean, coming off of like a season-ending injury, but they might have to sit him down. But he says it right here. This was like one of those protect me from myself type deals. Lamb said. Once I start feeling much better, and then I started to get that strength back in my ankle, I was able to go back out there, but they took me out. Then it says, does he believe that he'll be able to return back on the field for the Cowboys next Sunday? For sure. Absolutely, Lamb says. And Cowboys owner, of course, he had to talk. Cowboys owner and GM Jerry Jones appears to share that same optimistic view after he talked to Lamb and the team's training staff following the game. Woo, Cowboys Nation. Ooh, Cowboys Nation. That's a scare. You know what I'm saying? That is a super. Oh, shoot. Am I glitching out? That's a super scare right there. Because when Lamb went down, I thought, I was like, all right, Pickens. CeeDee Lamb called you a 1A. He called you a 1A for a reason. Now it's time for you to step up. It's time for you to show Cowboys Nation, the Dallas Cowboys, as well as other suitors, that's going to be bidding for him in free agency if the Cowboys don't get a deal done, what you are made of. It's time to go from that 2-1. But luckily, CeeDee Lamb says he feels all right and he'll be able to perform against the Green Bay Packers next week. And that's why this win was so important, Cowboys Nation. And my bad on not saying what's up to the chat. I apologize. What's going on, chat? What's going on, Calvin, Mr. Mojo, Jared, Nisi? What's going on? Sin Spin in the house. What's happening? I'm going down real quick. Brady, what's going on? Hey, Ramon, what's going on? All right. Big Rico in the house. LB, how you doing? How you doing? All right, let's see. Cruiser Cruz, what's going on with you? True Cowboy in the building. All right, I see y'all. Regular faces, my family up in here. The regular faces is up in here. Montana in the building. Sports card report cards is in the building. Dan O, the lunatic in the house. What's going on with you? Matrius Adams, what's going on? Ro, how you doing? How you feeling tonight? How you feeling about them Dallas Cowboys? But when I heard that CeeDee Lamb was, when I read that and he was fine, I'm like, whew, okay, because it looked violent. It looked dangerous. And we ain't trying to lose our wide receiver one when we have the majority of our offense out on the field. I mean, I know we're missing Cooper Beebe and everything, but we do have somebody. We do have a scrapper in there in Brock Hoffman. I don't want people to just, Cooper Beebe, it ain't. It's gonna suck. The center position's gonna suck. No, Brock Hoffman, he puts his dukes up. He's willing to scrap in the trenches. So I feel comfortable with that center position. But the two positions that I don't feel comfortable with are your bookends. Terrence Steele and Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton slipped up a little bit during this game, but Terrence Steele, he about got my quarterback murdered, man. He about got the quarterback murdered. You can't do that. So really, you got to really start maybe looking in the direction of replacing, if somebody continues to have an issue, you got to replace them. I mean, I keep it a buck. Johnny Cornelius, he was doing the damn thing in preseason. I'd like to see what he has, but apparently Johnny Cornelius is injured. Damn it. Let me see his injury real quick. But he is definitely somebody that could fill the shoes right there. And rookie doesn't say what he's. Oh, hold on. Nope, doesn't say what he's injured on. Damn it. But he's injured right now. But those two bookends, you gotta get it cracking. Another person that has to get it cracking is Luke Schoonmaker. Come on, Luke. Brevin Spanford had a wonderful catch and run. Hurdle over a dude. And it was called back. I think it was too many men down the field, if I'm not mistaken. But the penalties, as well as like, there's some people out there that will say, when the offense goes out there and they go a 3-and-out, then that gets the defense down in the dumps and it gets their head out of the game. Like they got to do something. Okay. Does that work with the defense? Does that work them affecting the offense as well? Because I know whenever we went out there, the defense got to stop off rip. They got to stop. Cool. We was on our way. We was on our way. Then Javonte Williams got stripped. He got manhandled. He got stripped. That's the offense is bad. That's the offense is bad. But that's when your defense has to be like, all right, offense, no problem. You lost the ball. We got you. Well, I don't know if that was the case, Cowboys Nation. I don't know if that was the case. Because after that fumble, guess what happened? Touchdown, Bears. They couldn't even hold them to 3 points. So the Cowboys hit him with a field goal, 3-7, at one point in this game. The second quarter with 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining, the Dallas Cowboys made it a 0-0 game. Made it a 0-0 game. Then Chicago Bears got a field goal. Then we had to punt 3-and-out. We didn't reward our defense. Even though the Bears scored points, they only scored 3 points. So we got to reward our defense. As an offensive player, that was the mantra. You can't come off the field unless you reward the other side of the ball. Cowboys didn't do that. But then the stupid shenanigans, the stupid timeouts by Brian Schottenheimer at the end of the half. That was kind of unexplainable. Like, what are you doing? I understand, like, you think you may be able to get the ball back, but the clock is ticking. There was 53 seconds when he spent his last timeout. So it's like, why are you doing this? Now you have spent all your timeouts. The defense can't stop a nosebleed, so the Chicago Bears get in striking distance, and they have all 3 of their timeouts. I mean, was it fourth down where Caleb Williams scrambled and found the guy in the back of the end zone completely unguarded? And did you see Malik Hooker over there? Like, th- the left side of the field was taken care of. The person that was over there had their man. Malik Hooker's standing there like, whoop, ball goes right by him. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Safety, play safety, guard the back of the end zone. Nope, that didn't happen. So, the end of the half, Bears score a touchdown. Then coming out, we punt. Ain't able to get any points on the board. And your guy Nix was really explaining it, and it definitely makes sense that at the end of the half, the Dallas Cowboys had a chance to go down there, score 7, and double dip into the third quarter because we received the ball. No, we didn't do that. We punt. You know what I'm saying? And after the punt, they score a touchdown. Dak Prescott throws an interception. Then the defense got to stop another interception. Two two interceptions in a row. Two interceptions in a row on 2 different possessions ended in interceptions on Dak Prescott's behalf. The first one, you can say that, well, George Pickens had a hand on it. He had both hands on it. He should have caught the ball. Yes, he should have caught the ball. Yes, he should have caught the ball. But that second interception, what were you throwing at, Dak? I started this little segment saying that's my quarterback, and I'm going to make a segment this week. That's my quarterback, and I'm going to show, what Dak Prescott did. Plain and simple. And the interception will be in there. So for those people that think that I simp or I cape for Dak Prescott, yeah, you're gonna get your little moment where I give Dak Prescott the business, where I give him my raw and uncut. But Cowboys Nation, I also want to remind you, I have the link in the chat. It's the pinned comment if you want to come up and give your raw and uncut. So let me go up in these comments real quick and see what's going on. Okay, everybody had the ones and ones they could hear. Okay. Okay, good deal, good deal. Okay. Materius Adams says high ankle sprain at least 6 weeks. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. I haven't seen any reports where it says that CeeDee Lamb has a high ankle sprain and will be out 6 to 8 weeks. That's the typical thing that happens whenever somebody has an ankle injury that we've known in the recent happenings with the Dallas Cowboys. But I don't know if that's CeeDee Lamb's case right now. I mean, we won't know until MRIs come back and you hear from Adam Schefter or Fish or whoever. But according to that was DallasCowboys.com that I was reading. That was their words. I don't know, like the game was over, so you can say adrenaline was pumping, and that's what was making his ankle okay. But we won't know until the MRIs come out. But fingers crossed that it's not a high ankle sprain and that he won't be out 4 to 8 weeks. You know what I'm saying? All right. Jerry, Jerry Jones is 82. He's on the decline. At some point, we got to root out fire. Man, at some point, people when they're in their elderly ages and are no longer to drive, they get their license revoked. They take away their license. Thank you for driving, but we can't trust you on the road. I wonder when that time's gonna come for Jerry. I wonder when that time of recollection will come for Jerry. Like, when are you gonna realize that we like our guys? That mantra is not really where it's at. You know, that we like our guys mantra is keeping a lot of dogs on leashes, if you get what I'm saying. You know, I just truly feel like this Dallas Cowboys defense needs a firecracker, needs a spark at the green dot, the linebacker position, the mic. You know, I believe there needs to be a firecracker. And unfortunately, the firecracker that we all want out on the field is fighting to get back on the field in DeMarvion Overshown. But in his absence, why ain't Maurice Leofau getting more snaps? Like, what's going on? And the whole Jadon Blue thing being inactive the second week in a row, what's going on? We hear Brian Schottenheimer talking about consistency and everything like that, but it's like, okay, you're consistently being inconsistent with this information. You know what I'm saying? It's like we need to know what's going on with Jadon Blue. Why? Like, what is in the inconsistency? Is it his ability to read the gap? Is it? I don't, is it his inability to get north and south? Like, what is it? And ball control. We're all here stuck in the dark, and you're saying consistency, but from what we know, from people that have watched him in Texas and for the ones that scouted him coming into the draft and everything, people know that the boy can run. He can scat. So why aren't we using him? Why is it just Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders? And I'm not complaining about Javonte Williams. Like, yo, he's doing the damn thing. Keep that ball tucked, though. Make sure that thing is high and tight and keep it tucked. But for the most part, he is establishing a rushing attack for the Dallas Cowboys. He is putting respect on the name of the running backs in Cowboys Nation right now. So, yeah, your RB1's doing the damn thing. But, yo, you got to have that second punch. You gotta have that second punch. And if it's gonna be you, Miles Sanders, do what you gotta do to be that second punch. Because one thing that I hated in the in the Tony Pollard, Zeke Elliott times where Zeke was kind of reclining and it was more Tony Pollard getting the carries, like Tony Pollard would break off a nice run. And then the next run after that, Zeke would be in and he'd get like -1 yards. And it was so demoralizing. It was so, I don't know, it was just like it was deflating. And somebody, I think it might have been Jarrett, said that after the interception, not the interception, but after the strip fumble on Javonte Williams, like the momentum was kind of let out. The helium was let out of the balloon of Cowboys Nation. It was like, oh, here we go. It's gonna be one of those games, and it was indeed one of those games. All right. Says, I'm here everybody to talk about that bullish ass performance by our boys. Yeah, I mean, for the second week in a row, like, our defense, they were in the hotel this game. They was out there playing spades. You know, last game, I think they was at the crib playing Xbox and stuff. They was playing Madden. They was playing the Chicago Bears on Madden. So they didn't show up. They didn't show up to the game, and it was up to the offense to, bail them out. And once again, it was up to the offense to try and bail them out again, but the offense didn't have enough gas to do so. The scheme wasn't good. You know, the offense wasn't good. Dak Prescott included. You know, but damn, can you stop the bleeding a little bit? Can you stop the bleeding a little bit, defense? Please, please. We cannot. I don't give a damn if Dak Prescott make $250 million a year. You cannot go into every single game of this season expecting this offense to have a shootout with their opponents. You can't do it. Because at that time, if each team is pretty much possessing the ball and scoring a touchdown, it's pretty much up to the person that won the coin toss and has the ball last. You know what I'm saying? And just choose up the clock. If the opposing team has the ball with 5 minutes left and they up by 7, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You need your defense to make a stop. You know what I'm saying? You need your defense to make a stop, and your offense has to be there to reward your defense with points. Name of the game. You know what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation? It is the name of the game. Complimentary damn football. It ain't just one of those mantras that people say just to sound like they know about football. No, it's a real thing. Complimentary football is a real thing, and they did not display it out on that field tonight. Real talk. Even down to the sides of the ball. Like, man. There was one time where there was a defender in Dak Prescott's face before he threw the ball, and I was wondering how the hell he got there. They showed the replay, and Tyler Booker got ran over. Brother got manhandled. I hate to say it like that, but he did, and I'm gonna have to look at the all 22 to see maybe he tripped over another lineman's foot or something like that. But bro was flat on his back. Like, was this defensive front a lot to handle? You know what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation? Because I would figure with the Philadelphia Eagles as well as the New York Giants, even though the New York Giants might be cheeks, I don't know what they're doing right now. Somebody put in the comments what they're doing right now against the Kansas City Chiefs. But their defensive fronts, there's something to write home about. They got some dogs on the defensive front. And you figure with the Chicago Bear, half of their defensive backs, like, I don't know how many like real special guys that they had out, but I know they had one. But they had like 4 defensive backs out. Starting defensive backs out. And you couldn't take advantage of it. Just like week 1, you had Jalen Carter out of the game and you couldn't capitalize off of it. And that was that's the core. That's the foundation. That's the pillar of their defense. And you couldn't capitalize on it. Man, Cowboys Nation, this is frustrating. This is frustrating. And Jerry Jones wants drama. Pfft, you know how it is, man. If things is looking fine, things is looking all right. You got Jerry Jones in the passenger seat. Y'all riding, chilling, things is looking all right. And then all of a sudden, that man just grabbed the wheel and whoop. He's like, oh, Jerry, damn, what are you doing? That's how it is. That's how it is in Cowboys Nation. Stuff starts to go smooth, and then Jerry does something to just fuck us all up, man. Pardon my French. Pardon my French, y'all. Damn. All right, Mr. Mojo, angry. Why does this ish happen every single year? Well, one thing that I did, I was thinking about after this game is what a lot of people has said, before preseason, during training camp. It's like, and more after the draft. It was really temper your expectation. You know, me as a fan, I'm going into this season with tempered expectations. I know people will say, well, that's just an excuse, angry, blah, 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 blah. We we shoot for excellence. Well, we're not excellent. We're not excellent. We don't have an excellent team. So it's hard to shoot for excellent when you don't have an excellent team. But man, Damn, Cowboys Nation. I just didn't think that we would get beat like that. One thing that I did say, and I was like, the Dallas Cowboys defense is going to take away not Devontae Smith, Jesus. Um, what's Devontae, what is his name? Shit. I'm drawing a blank. Swift. That's his name. Shoot. Swift. Yeah, we took away Swift. They didn't have too much of a run game. We begged for Caleb Williams to beat us with your arm, beat us playing quarterback. You can't do that when your defensive backs can't stop shit. You can't do it. You can't rely on them beating you with the pass when back there, you can't rely on them. You can't rely on them. And it's like, okay, you want us to beat you with the pass? And your DBs are like that? Oh man, it's bombs over Baghdad. We about to bomb it all on y'all. And they did a flea flicker, y'all. They was running trick plays on us, y'all. I mean, I know it's Ben Johnson and that's in his repertoire, but damn. I bet if the game was tied up, he wasn't running that stuff. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't have a lead, if they were down on the scoreboard, he wouldn't be running no end arounds. He'd be getting the ball down the field. But man, the conversation has to be had. And I asked your guy Nix this while we were watching it live today. You know, who does this fall on? Who, the defensive side of the ball, who does it fall on? Does it fall on the personnel or does it fall on the defensive coordinator? But two things can be true, Cowboys Nation. It can fall on both of them. Is the personnel picking up what the defensive coordinator is laying down? You know, like I said before in the video, like these defensive backs are used to playing that, man coverage, like a majority man coverage. We play zone every now and then, but it was a majority man coverage. And then it's a touche because I think Trayvon Diggs got burnt on man coverage today. But anyhow, it's a switch up of the scheme. And I've asked this question ever since the first week, and then more the second week, like, why are we playing bend don't break type of defense? Yeah, we'll let you get what's in front of us, but you ain't gonna hit us over. Oh, damn, they hit us over the top. Like, why are we doing that? And it just begs the question, like, Eberflus, are you scheming? Are you making your scheme around the players, or are you asking these players to conform to your scheme? Maybe you need to actually sit and look at the talents of your players and be like, okay, this is what you're good at, so I'm gonna scheme you on doing this. I I just don't get it. My man. And then on top of that, the Chicago Bears, you're kind of known by people up there. They know your tendencies. They know how you like your defense, especially some of the veteran defensive players that are up there. They know you. You got to change it up. But they knew when played zone the majority of the game, knew what zone, where to hit us. Boom, dump it right here, shoot it. Oh my God. And it's not even limited to the Chicago Bears because the New York Giants did it. Russell Wilson had a record day, you know, uh, best day of his career. Caleb Williams, best day of his career. I mean, I don't know why Jalen Hurts couldn't take advantage of playing this defense because he could have had the best game of his career. Just don't get it, Cowboys Nation. True Cowboy. We got a what the defense. Our secondary can't cover a mattress with a bed sheet, and we don't have a pass rush. And that's the thing. We fought so much. Oh yeah, we traded Michael Parsons. We got Kenny Clark, which is a godsend. He came back to the game. That's dope. I appreciate that. I love Kenny Clark. Your pass rush can't get home. Your pass rush cannot get home. Let me go to the box score real quick. Break it on down. They had, all right. Let's see the QB hits. You had one QB hit, 3 pass deflections. You had 4 tackles for losses, no sacks, 0 sacks, 0 sacks. You let Caleb Williams sit back in that pocket and just poised, tall, astute, just in the pocket. No type of pressure. We're like, well, what are we doing? We have to get somebody in here. That's one way of getting this team better is getting somebody that can put the pressure on the quarterback. I don't know if that's in free agency. I don't know if that's trading for somebody, but we got a whole lot of not too much. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing because they have succeeded in what they set out to do, and that stopped the run. They have done that throughout the first 3 games of the season. They have successfully stopped the run. I mean, the total rushing yards for the Chicago Bears with Caleb Williams involved was only 87 yards. You know what I'm saying? 87 yards. And let me see. Javonte Williams almost covered that himself. you know, so they've succeeded in stopping the run, but they have taken away our pass rush. They have taken away our corner play. And with the bodies that we have, I mean, let's keep it a buck. Let's call a spade here. Jack Sanborn. Yeah, that's y'all man, right? That's y'all dude. That's y'all dude. Because, bro, I don't know. I mean, that's a Matt Eberflus guy. He came from Chicago. That's a Matt Eberflus guy. But hey, I don't know. He might need to be sat down in favor of somebody else. But he oh my god, he just looked wow. He looked wild to me. But let me see. Dano looks like a high ankle sprain. I don't know. My thing is like y'all know the ones who've played sports. It ain't even got to be football. A sport where you can roll your ankle. That can be tennis. That can be football. But for those that have rolled their ankle playing a sport back in the day, y'all know what it was. Man, tape that thing back up. I'm going back out there. My left ankle has been rolled so much that that thing's on roller skates. It done rolled so much. But you get an ankle sprain, like, yeah, the thing swells up. You off your feet for about a week or two, depending if you got time to get off at work. But you off your feet like a week or two, but then you come back. But a lot of those sports guys like myself, I tape that thing back up, go back in the game. No shots, no nothing. Just, give me some Tylenol, give me some ibuprofen, and head back out. But obviously, with these $1 million guys, they got to sit out, make sure this injury is okay. And I know CeeDee Lamb is going to want to say, yeah, I'm completely fine. But the MRI is going to show a different thing, and they're going to expect him to take the time off. Like, yo, you are worth millions. Don't rush yourself back out there like you tried doing during the game. Take your time, get well. We need you down the stretch. So I can see if it's a high ankle sprain, I can see CD out for 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. I don't think he would take the entire 8 to keep it a buck. I don't think that. But hopefully it's not. We're gonna knock on wood about that whole situation, that it ain't a high ankle sprain, that it's just, that it's an ankle sprain, but there's some bruising, but he will be able to be out on the field quicker than a high ankle sprain. But let's see. Hopefully Daron Bland will be back next week. Hopefully, because that little dynamic duo, one getting toasted, powdered toast man. He is over there getting French toast up, boy. Throw some syrup. But anyway, man, he slipped up, and then toward the end of the game, he made a tackle and got hurt. Trayvon Diggs got hurt again. I've been fighting a good fight, y'all. I've been fighting a good fight for Trayvon Diggs, and keeping him. Like, don't trade Trayvon Diggs. He's an asset to this team. Bro has been getting marshmallow roasted the past 2 weeks. I mean, marshmallow roasted. And I ain't trying to hate on the bro. I want to keep him here. But bro, are you at full strength? You know, are you at full trust in that leg, in that knee? Are you trying to rush yourself again? Are, and proving a point, you know, like man, because if you go down and you're out for a considerable length of time again this year, I don't know if anybody can save him from them moving off of him. And damn, I don't want to see that. I'd like to see him and Bland finally get the chance to finish out a season together. To play an entire season together. Both gonna miss time, but damn, we haven't really gotten that, Cowboys Nation, and gotten robbed of the opportunity. So hopefully Bland comes back next week and we can figure this out because we're facing Jordan Love next week. We're facing the person that ran us out of AT&T Stadium, our own freaking stadium during the playoffs in 2023. Like we are facing pretty much Freddy Krueger. We're having to face him again. We just gonna give up. We're gonna lie down because we got spanked by the Chicago Bears. We can't do that, man. We can't do that. We can't give up on this season, even though the season is looking a little bleak after the third game. You can't give up on the third game. That's why we got a whole 18-week season. I mean, not 18-week, but 17-week season, regular season. So there is time for it to turn around. But the thing is that the issue has to be pointed out. The issue has to be recognized, and then the issue has to be corrected. If the issue is Matt Eberflus, Brian Schottenheimer needs to make that decision and be like, we got to find another defensive coordinator. He's not getting the job done. Don't keep him because he used to be a head coach. He used to play for he used to coach for the Cowboys before. You can't risk that. You know what I'm saying? And especially for Brian Schottenheimer, who has a 4-year contract. And if Jerry and them really want to, we'll move the hell off of him. We'll move off of Dak. And a year later, move off of CD. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just all depends on where CD falls as far as when he becomes a free agent. But it could be a whole complete turnover. So Brian Schottenheimer, unless Jerry and Stephen Jones are the ones that would keep Matt Eberflus here, but Schotty needs to talk to Eberflus. Like, why is your defense so porous on the backside? Why is it Swiss cheese on the backside? Caleb Williams should have been. Oh my God, he shouldn't have looked the way he looked. Keep it a buck. He should not have looked the way he looked tonight, Cowboys Nation. But anyway, let me get to some more comments, man. I'm going on tangents. All right, we need to call Stephon Gilmore for a workout to see if he still got something left in the tank, bro. Man, I've been saying that. Gilly Lock needs to come be a Dallas Cowboy. I even said that on one of his posts. I'm like, can you come back to Dallas, please? Damn. I wish Jerry and Stephen Jones would stop being so full of themselves and just pick up the phone. Like, we need help. And I know people, dang, y'all couldn't stop the run. Y'all needed a one tech. You got the one tech. What's the problem? We got the one tech, but we don't have a pass rush. We got the one tech, but we don't have corners that can get the job done. Safeties that can not allow a mid quarterback to bomb it on you. Like, man. And I know somebody in my comments had already said that, well, your $60 million quarterback should be able to bop, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. Really, man? We back here. I tell you, we could have a quarterback on his rookie contract, and the results would be the same. These fans always trying to build a new house on a fucked up foundation. Pardon my French. Talking about, oh, it's the quarterback. The quarterback makes $60 million. It ain't the quarterback. It's the fact that you have mold in your foundation and you're just trying to put up wallpaper. You're not actually taking care of the situation. And everybody knows the situation. I mean, I'm just saying. People say that I complain about Jerry Jones a lot, and that's with reason. Hey, Buddha, I gotta see your face before I can bring you up, bro. Um, just out of respect for the platform, respect for myself, I gotta see your face before I bring you up. All right. Hey, there he is. Look at him shaking his head like, man, you gotta see my face. All right. I'm about to, I'm about to bring Buddha up. What's going on, Buddha? How you doing, man?
Can I turn it off now? I gotta leave it up.
All right, yeah, I see your face, man.
All right, thank you. I don't got my hair cut and everything. I'm not looking all spazzy like you. So
oh
you
shit.
know. Now I'll be on sometimes. When you and junkie sports junkie be on.
yeah. Sports junkie, yeah, he got his thing going on and everything. He gonna be back, hopefully.
Yes, sir. But thank you for putting me on, man. I don't have to stay too long. I just seen you was up. Somebody else said they're gonna ask me to join in later on. His platform name Carcino for Life. He's a Bears fan, so I saw you up. So I'm like, let me see if he put me on. That was about it. I
Uh,
appreciate it.
okay, yeah, man. Yeah, man. If you got anything else to say, let me know. Let me know.
I mean, all I want to say is, like I said before, I judge teams. Well, excuse me, the Cowboys by fifth game of the season. So I don't really get caught up with it. I joked around and said I'm a detox from YouTube because one, I'm on it all the time, and two, it's just I'm gonna drive myself crazy looking at Cowboys this, Cowboys that. So
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
but
Yeah, you definitely want to have a little breaks. I drive myself crazy every week, but it's for the greater good of Cowboys Nation. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Oh
But
yeah, I salute y'all. That's why I told Sports Junkie. He was like, I don't make no money off of this. Maybe angry and everybody else do, but this and that. Because some people was joking around, was saying like, I can't wait to week 5. Like I make money on this thing. So, but I just it is what it is. People hurt. Like everybody knows, Shotty is in a new he's in a new environment, so to speak. He's trying to build his own foundation. I'm not trying to get too caught up with it, but obviously something got to change. That's why I say about week 5, we'll see if it happens.
yeah, something definitely has to change if this team is going to be competitive. And I don't even mean competitive as far as playoff goes. I'm talking about just being competitive in the NFL
Uh
because,
huh.
because last year, missing everybody and we went, what, 7-10. I came into this year saying if we can do better than we did last year, that's a start. I expect this to go in installments. I don't expect this to happen year one, you know. But what I do expect is to see some good stuff that we can build off of for year one. And as far as this defense goes, woo wee, I'm not liking what I see.
Yes, sir. And you know what it reminds me of, Mr. Angry. Don't I apologize, but you're my elder, long story long, it reminds me of the 2 years ago. People say get out the past, but it's past is there, so you don't forget about how you can change your future, or whatever. You don't make the same mistakes. But I look at like the Arizona Cardinals 2 years ago. It was the exact same thing. Third game of the season, they were 0-2 like the Bears. That was like the highlight of their season. And I see a lot of Bears fans saying, "Oh, this game, this makes us we're back." And so it's like no matter how much they talk about the Cowboys and try to like discredit them, we're still like their Super Bowl, you
Mhm.
know. So I look at it like that, and this is some of the stuff I'm gonna say later on tonight when I get on the other stream. But it's just weird what I just said. Like y'all talk so much junk about the Cowboys, but when y'all beat the Cowboys, it's like, yo, we're back. We're this. Like So I'll just take it back to the Arizona game. Yeah, Cowboys was 2-0 then. We were 1-1 coming in, but it's a long, long season. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those Arizona Cardinal games. That's how I look at it.
Right, you're absolutely right, man. And that's funny. That Arizona Cardinals game is the game that I started the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel on. Yeah, but it was that trap game. It was the trap game.
Hmm.
And this is definitely something that we can learn from. And I hope, I pray that Matt Eberflus learns from this because he really hasn't shown me that he has from the game in the game with New York, and then this game, it seems like we got hit with the same stuff.
No, you're right, man. I don't know. I do. I watch you before. I was watching you. I don't want to cap. I think I was watching you before Attack on Cowboys. Either way, I respect you the same way. You both bring great content, but he mentioned something about he gotta go. It's still early, but eventually, like I said, the change, something drastically is gonna happen. You know what I mean? I'm not, I'm not a psychic and nothing like that, but something is gonna happen. I don't know. I hate for people to lose their jobs, but something gotta change. This dude, look, I don't know. He just, like they said, I listened before Attack said it. He mentioned it got to be it's a communication problem. Nah, it's bigger than that. So, no, this, yeah, I don't know.
Nah, shout out to Attack on Cowboys. Yeah, man. It has to be something from your coordinators to the lack of communication. Something being in the way, the players not getting what he's trying to lay down. And if that's the case, things need to be simplified. You know what I'm saying? We like you said, it wasn't the year of the Cardinals, but I believe it was a couple of years before. I think it was 2020 where Mike McCarthy brought in Mike Nolan and the defense just looked like crap. And it didn't change until we brought in Dan Quinn. So I'm thinking like if Jerry Jones is having any type of inclination to want to be competitive, to want to be one of those teams that make it to the playoffs, you need to make that decision now.
No, you're right. You're right. Can I ask you something? Anybody else come on the platform yet, or you just been freestyling by yourself?
Yeah. Well, I've been freestyling with the chat, talking to the chat and everything. Nobody's actually hit the link and pulled up. You were the first one. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I just do this because you know, I used to be a fan that would tune in to content creators and I would put something in the chat and they're so busy, the chat going so fast that they didn't see it, you know. So I didn't get my question answered and I'm like, all right, if I ever made a YouTube channel, it would be for the people, like as far as y'all's voices as well. So that's what I did. That's why I put the link up so people can feel like, they can get their raw and uncut off as well.
No doubt. No doubt. But yeah, for folks that's listening, I apologize if I sound slow motion. I'm a little turned like a page right now. I'm kind of teed off, but one game at a time. It's super early. Like I said, I come back to me when it's week 5. I know we almost there, but I just feel like and don't forget injuries do happen. I understand that, but it's a process. It's gonna take some time, but just uh just just stay positive and don't feed into the trolls. That's all I can say.
Exactly, exactly. But I appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Yes, sir, man.
All right, man. I gotta bring this next person up, man. You have a good night, and I know it's losing Monday, but hey, try and feel upbeat. Hopefully, we can get some get back with the Packers.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Later.
All right, peace. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and bring up Danny. What's going on with you, Danny? How you doing?
What up, Angry Cowboy? What's good?
I'm hanging in there, man. Can't complain. How you doing?
Good. How about you? I saw the game today, bro.
What's your feelings?
I'm gonna get rid of I'm gonna get rid of Schottenheimer next 2 weeks, man.
Shoddy?
Yes.
Mm. Mm. Now, why you say get rid of Shoddy?
You want to bring someone else saying that the head coach of the Chicago Bears? I want him. Shit.
I mean, Ben Johnson ain't going nowhere. He's solidified as the Chicago Bears head coach. So
I want him on my team.
there's a pool of coaches that we could have pulled from, and I know a lot of people kind of they were pissed off at the fact of how Jerry Jones went about getting Brian Schottenheimer, but at the same time, I can understand why he did it that way. You
Yeah.
know, person that's pretty much been there for your offense, has been the quote unquote offensive coordinator. He knows the team, he knows the scheme, he knows the player's ability. And I just think this game, it doesn't just fall on the offense, it doesn't just fall on the defense either. This is a complete organizational loss.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely is. So
that is my whole point.
huh?
You made my statement clear.
Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. My bad. my bad.
You said it. You said it. The whole franchise.
Yeah, it really is. I hate that the blame can be placed on one person, whether it's the quarterback or whether it's George Pickens or one person, because that excuses all the other people from what they did wrong because we're super hyper focused on this one person. No,
Yeah.
we have to figure out what's going on in this entire organization. Especially on the defensive side of the ball. If you're having an issue at safety, take care of the issue. Like, stop doing this whole we like our guys stuff and take care of the issue.
Give us new draft picks. That's what I need.
And I mean, I know a lot of people are talking.
Worth it.
A lot of people are talking about maybe trading one of those draft picks to get a running back, which we do need a running back. We need somebody to pair with Javonte Williams. But at the same time, it's like everybody knows Jerry loves his picks. And the way the Green Bay Packers are looking, even though they lost to the Cleveland Browns any given Sunday, but how they're looking, that first round draft pick is going to be in the 20s.
Yep.
So you pretty much got an early second round pick. But yeah, I mean, if it were me, I seen it in the chat. Somebody say bring Stephon Gilmore in, and I agree with that. I agree with that
what I
because
need. That's what I need.
he's a Super Bowl winning veteran, Pro Bowl talent. We lost. He lost a step. Trayvon Diggs lost a step, and I don't know.
Every time he gets burned,
And it's bad to see, man. It really is, because you know what he can do. You know what he's capable of, and that one play, the first play, he just slipped up. Like
didn't he do that against the Giants? He got burned.
Yeah, he was getting cooked.
He was getting his butt whooped.
We need to address the cornerback position, and that's something that we were saying even going into preseason.
That is my point also. That is my point.
Yeah, we need to address that position. We need a lightning rod in the middle of the field as far as the linebacker goes. Run defense is pretty good. The defensive run stopping ability is pretty good.
Yep.
We need a pass rusher that can actually reach the quarterback.
Exactly, pass rusher. That's what I'm saying. Bring someone like Ray Lewis in.
But man, if we had that in the middle of that damn defense, his play alone would send a jolt through the entire defense to get them to play better. Like, man. And I believe we do have that, hey, Uncle Charles, what's going on with you? But I believe we do have that, but he's just not available right now. And that is that's DeMarvion Overshown.
I was gonna say Overshown.
Yeah, man. So what you want to say to get off your chest? I got another person in the back.
Hey, man, go Cowboys. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about, man. See, in the midst of defeat, we still go Cowboys. That's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate you, bro.
You're welcome.
All right,
Later.
peace.
Peace.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Big Danny in the house. All right, Charles, you're coming up next, but I got to see your face, Charles. I got to see your face, bro. Come on, Charles. Just hit me real quick. Hit me with the flash so I can see your face. Then I bring you up. All right. Charles, your camera ain't working, bro. What's going on with it? All right. No, Charles left. Damn, Charles. Is that you, Uncle Charles? Let me know. Let me know. If that's you, Uncle Charles, I done seen you before. So I just accept it. But anyhow, let me get to these comments real quick. Oh, yeah, it was 2 hours of hell. All right. Dak Delusional, what's going on with you? What's going on with you tonight? Defense played bad and offense played bad. Absolutely. Absolutely. No going around it. No way around it. Ain't no bailing nobody out. Ain't no going to bat for anybody. You're absolutely right. This was an organizational fail. Organizational loss. Everybody lost. Even the unofficial janitor lost. And the unofficial janitor is going to have something to say about Matt Eberflus, just to let y'all know. Oh, man. He said, Collar gonna go crazy. Uh-oh. No, he ain't. Hopefully not. Okay. Sam said that the Giants just lost. Okay. All right. It don't make me feel better about our loss, but it kind of makes me feel better as far as the standings go. I don't know what. Actually, let me check that out real quick before I even talk. We might be at the bottom. Nope. Oh, no, we ain't at the bottom. They 0-3. What am I talking about? We ain't at the bottom, but we damn sure ain't at the top. We really need to take control of this. We really need to take control of this, Cowboys Nation. Oh, man. How many people was ready to jump off the ledge? I'm sick of this shit. But, all right, Dak Delusional says, Mr. Mojo, but I expect more from the offense. Bears defense is horrible. Goff put up 5 touchdowns on that defense. I mean, he ain't lying. Like, Dak Delusional is not lying. I expected this offense to do more to that injury-littered defense. They had so many DBs out. You had so many DBs out that you could have just plucked them off. But what was the play calling? What was the communication? The drops. I mean, the dinking and dunking. Like, we were, how many? Let me see. Let me look at these stats real quick. 6.3 yards a play. 6.3 yards a play by Dak Prescott. Caleb Williams had 10.6 yards. Like, man, I said Caleb Williams was one step away from a crash out. And he cooked this defense. Dak Prescott, QBR of 40.8. Man, come on. Got sacked twice. Got pressured 17. No, quarterback hits was 17. 17 quarterback hits. Like, man. You just can't have it, Cowboys Nation. If you want to be a winning team, you just can't have that. Los Altos, what's up with you? I always thought new coaches come in fighting an uphill battle. Yeah, that's what it is. The new coaches come to this foundation, this raggedy ass foundation, to try and build a mansion on it, and it don't work every single time the head coach comes in here. A lot of people say it's a $60 million quarterback. I have gone on record to say that I bet this organization has wasted the talents of numerous all-pro, Pro Bowl players. It ain't the other way around, Cowboys Nation. It ain't the fact, oh, this all Pro Bowl player sucks. No. It's your organization. It's your foundation. Trying to build a mansion on sand it really ain't gonna do much for you, Cowboys Nation. So, yo, Los, you're right. A new head coach coming in here. I don't give a damn if it was Bill Belichick. You see what's happening with Bill Belichick and the Tar Heels. But Bill Belichick coming here trying to be the Dallas Cowboys coach will have the same result. You'll have even more of a civil war in your locker room and in your organization because Belichick ain't going to take Jerry shit, really. Then try to get another coach in here. Yo, one day we're going to realize that it ain't your $60 million quarterback. One day you're going to realize that sometimes it can be the scheme. And sometimes it can be the quarterback. I'll keep it a buck. But a lot of the times you're going to see that down the stretch when we get into the playoffs and we get bumped and we can't return the same physicality in the run game that Baltimore Ravens team or a Buffalo Bills team can give you, or a Philadelphia Eagles team. You look at the person like, damn, man, like, can you get us one of those? You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody sitting back playing an Xbox 360 while I look over here and the dude got an Xbox Series X. It's like, damn, can I get one of those? Like, we need one of those. But Jerry, he's more about the deal or no deal, the swindling, the gambler. And just to keep it a buck, I still haven't watched that documentary. But anyway, wants to be the gambler where you're gambling away top talents' primes. That's what you're doing right now. Gambling away top players' primes. Dak Prescott, he is almost done as a Dallas Cowboys quarterback. He is. I mean, even though, he's had some all right numbers this year, those interceptions ain't looking good. 3 interceptions in 3 games. You got to clean it up, Dak. You got to clean it up. You got to secure that ball. You got to, man. And right now, we over here in pretty much a lease of George Pickens. We're trying to see what George Pickens can offer this Dallas Cowboys organization, but damn, we can't even make a game look good because we can never click at the same time. Offense and defense can never click at the same time. The game against the Philadelphia Eagles, offense clicking first half, defense clicking second half. Like, the game against the New York Giants, offense clicking the entire game, defense not showing up. This game, nobody clicking. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm about to go ahead and bring Mr. Charles up. What's going on with you, Charles? How you do it?
What's happening, man? Let me say this, and this is my first time on your show, so I really appreciate you bringing me up.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you
Let me
coming
tell
up.
you, let me tell you something. See, I've been with the Cowboys before Jerry ever come there. See, I know what a bad Cowboy team look like. I've been through it. I watched them win back-to-back Super Bowls. I was there. And ever since then, it's been one thing after another. The last time we won a Super Bowl, my daughter was a little girl.
Yeah, you break it up, Charles. Charles, you breaking up, brother. I can't hear you. He was about to cook too. Damn. He's about to cook. Speaking of cook, Mr. Sauce, I need to see your face real quick. Show me your face. Then I bring you up. Hit the camera button. Oh, Lord. Let me see. All right, I got you, bro.
Yeah, you see me?
Yo. Yeah, I can see you now. I got you. How you doing, man?
Man, I ain't doing too damn good, man. I tell you that, but
I hear
I
you,
ain't
bro.
doing too good. Hold on, let me cut my light on real quick.
I hear you, bro. That was a tough one today. That was a real tough one.
Look, man, I don't know what the hell that was. We just watched on TV. Them folks just shitted in our face, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was a depressing watch. I'll keep it a buck.
Look, it ain't the coaches. It ain't Jerry Jones. It ain't none of that. You know what it is?
What is it?
It's the sorry ass players that we keep believing in. It's
Mm,
the players, man.
mm.
They are ass. They are ass. And when I talk about the players, I'm not talking about Dak, not talking about CD. I'm not talking about you know the ones.
You what
I'm
you talking
talking
about?
about
You,
them
you,
damn DBs, man. They suck. It's
yo,
over with. They cook. All of them. They cook. Every last one of them. Why are we hanging on to these guys? What is going on with it?
bro, you ain't lying, man. You
It's
ain't
it's
lying.
it's 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 not the play calling. It's not the coaching. And even though I think Everflush, whatever his damn name is, even though I don't like him that much, it ain't him. It's like they have no IQ. They don't know what they're doing back there.
Mm, damn, that's why I'm wondering. Because I mean, there's been years like when the Dan Quinn years where the
Yep.
defense was good. The defense was able to stop the pass, like really seatbelt, lock people down.
Right.
What is the difference? And I hate to bring it here, but the difference is that we don't have a pass rush. Our pass rush went to Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So that pass rush getting to the quarterback, putting that pressure on the quarterback gets them to throw off key, gets them to throw off the back foot,
Right.
giving easy interceptions, easy pass
Right.
breakups to our defensive backs. We don't have that now.
Yeah, they just ain't that good, man. They just ain't that good. And the young guys, I mean, they still, I'm not gonna get on to the rookies and the guys that been there 2 and 3 years, man. They still got some growing to do. But I mean, my God, like Trey Henderson out there, like, hey, let's go get him. I mean, they season it's over with. I mean, he got 1 year left on his deal. Like, I mean, cash in and go get him. Get him up out of there.
See, and that's the thing. Like, we cash in for Trey Hendrickson. We're gonna spend what we got for Micah Parsons. Like those two number ones, they're gone.
You think it's gonna take two? Think it's gonna take two number one?
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
they
we
gonna
got
be
fleeced
sick.
for Micah. We got fleeced for Micah. I'm gonna keep it a buck. We got
Yeah.
fleeced for him. We could have got way more, but
Mm-mm-mm.
they pulled the trigger on that. So
What
I
about
think
Brees Hall?
I think I have to look at his stats, but I want to say Brees Hall maybe the first or second game kind of balled out for the Jets. So he might be one of those people like, nah, we were thinking of shopping him, but we're good. We're good. We're gonna keep him.
I like
But
Williams, man. I really do. I like Williams. I mean, Williams is solid.
yeah,
Williams is pretty solid. I mean, but he do need somebody to go with him.
yeah, he really does. He's not that back that's gonna carry the team on his back like a Zeke Elliott. He's not gonna be that. He is your 1-2 punch. He's your one of the 1-2 punch. So you need that number two to go in there and be a change of a pace back. And I was skeptical on Javonte Williams when we first got him, when we let Rico walk out the front door and we got him.
Right.
I'm like, man, if he can't do better than Rico, then why did you let Rico walk? But these 3 games, he showed me. Like he showed me that he just
hmm
RB1 position, but you got to follow that up. You got to.
Why don't we talk? A lot about the damn safeties.
That
It's
discussion is going to
like
need to be
that's a
happening.
big problem. Like we talk about the pass rush, we talk about the cornerbacks, the running back situation. Like, but we never talk about the damn safeties. Like, Why we don't ever bring that up? That's a problem. That's a major problem.
I think a lot of people like Malik Hooker. They like the impact like Donovan Wilson has going downhill, hitting people, jarring the ball loose. They like that. But it comes with the consequence of getting
Donald
burnt
blind in
all
one
the
eye.
time. Donald Blind in one eye?
Donald blind in one eye, man.
Oh man, shout out to Donald being
He got to be
being an
something
NFL.
because he can't see shit. He don't know what the
I,
hell he doing back now. Something
you,
is going on with him. I
I,
mean,
I would say like give Wanye Thomas a try. There was a Wanye sighting today. He played.
mhm.
But yeah, you got young guys back there. Give them a
Yeah.
chance.
I mean, what we doing? We ain't gonna try nobody out. I mean, god damn, man. Like, throw somebody in there. Like, fuck it. Like, see if somebody else can do something.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it all boils down to the business side, the politics. Like Jerry Jones has gone on record saying that I am not going to pay a player this much money to have them sit on the bench. Like
Right.
whether he's sitting on the bench or whether he in the game, he's still going to get paid. Sit his ass on the bench for the better player.
I don't know, man. Somebody need their ass whooped. Somebody got to get an ass whooping by this. Somebody got to answer for this, man. This some straight up bullshit.
It,
Hey, somebody lied to me. They lied to you. They lied to all of us. And somebody need an ass whoop.
I mean, I don't think they really lied, but at the same time, this thing is going to take more than a year to get it right. And I know it's been 30 years. I know we haven't been to a Super Bowl in 30 years, but this regime right now, the Brian Schottenheimer regime, it's going to take more than year one to figure out. It's going
Yeah,
to take a
it
couple
is.
of draft classes, a few free agency moves, you know, like
I
I
think he's
ain't
just trying to get a feel for it. This is his first year. He ain't coming in, knocking heads off. I think he want to get a feel for everybody, see what's going on, and then he gonna make some drastic changes. He gonna have to cut people loose, cut ties, and we're like, hey, look, that ain't working. We're gonna have to redo a whole reset. We got to just redo this thing because this ain't working. That all, I like my guys stuff. They gotta get rid of that.
see, but
Damn that.
at the same time, Brian Schottenheimer doesn't, just like Jerry Jones, Brian Schottenheimer doesn't have time for that. He has 4 years to get it right
Right.
or to get it as close to right as he possibly can. I think like in his 4th year, if he makes it to an NFC championship or to a Super Bowl, they'll extend him. But if it's you don't make it to the playoffs or you're like not even divisional round, and done, they're gonna let him go along with Dak Prescott. And when CeeDee Lamb's contract up, depending on how he's playing, they'll let him go too. Start it all over.
And I'm tired of these 1972 plays. Like, man, it's 2025, man. Come on.
Now
What are we doing?
tell me
What-
during the game when Dak faked it to Javonte Williams and then pitched it up the middle to Jake Ferguson that you wasn't
right?
like, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I was like, whoa.
yes, sir.
I was like, is that the Cowboys I'm watching doing some shit like that?
For real. That's what I
Oh,
was like. I was like, whoa, okay.
yeah, we got to get some kind of like, oh man, I ain't with this old shit. I understand y'all want to run the ball and you want to do all the, yeah. That sounds good. But hey, I want to see hey, first down, first play of the game, bomb that shit out there. Throw it. I don't give a damn. Throw it. Like,
See,
stop with all this dinking dunking and all this, man. Throw the ball, man.
but my thing is this: if you, our defense is the issue, you go
Yeah,
out
it
there
is. It
first
really
down,
is. Yeah.
you go out there
Yeah.
first down, throw a bomb, get a touchdown. Guess what? Your defense is back out on the field. Like,
Yeah,
all
you're
right,
right.
here we go.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so the dinking and dunking to an extent, I understand, But what I want them to do, assert your dominance, run the ball on them,
Right.
pound the rock, and I will feel more comfortable. Like that whole pitch to Jake Ferguson. Now imagine that to be Phil Maffa, somebody that would have been able to bulldoze through that line.
Yeah.
That play would have been off the hook. So bro, there are things to look forward to with this Dallas Cowboys team. It ain't gonna be this year. Like
Yeah, it ain't gonna be this year.
it's not. And if
Yeah.
they prove me wrong and make it to the playoffs, I will be
They ain't making it.
pleasantly
They not playing like that. They ain't going to no damn playoff.
right. But there has been years where we have played like this, and come week 4, week 5, the light bulb comes on, and it's off to the races. But the thing about that is that that's when like the Washington Commanders sucked. So you had a
Yeah.
chance to come in second in the NFC East. Now you're the team that sucks. With the New York Giants, you got to prove yourself. Man,
Man, crazy, man. I
it's
gotta
gonna
watch the game like this, man.
be and, man, I was live with your guy Nix, and next week if I go live with him again, I'll see if I can pair it up to the channel. But I was live with your guy Nix, and just sitting there trying not to crash out, bro. I'm just sitting there biting my finger. I'm just I wanted to just scream at the damn TV, but I'm like, man, I'm on my dude's platform. I can't do that. I can't crash out right now.
Man, I seen this old man had a damn cowboy flag outside his eye. Right, come third quarter, I ain't see it though.
He brought that shit in. Yeah. He brought the flag
And
like,
that man took that shit down so fast. He want nobody to shoot at my damn house.
nah. Man,
Hey
shoot.
man, hey, I just want to tell you, man. Hey man, keep up the good work, man. I'm loving the channel, man.
I
You
appreciate
one of the few content creators I watch, man. Been watching you for a minute, bro. Just want to tell you, man, keep it up, man. Salute to you, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. You out of here?
Yeah, I'm gone, man.
All right, bro, man. Have a good night, man. We'll holler at
All
you
right,
later.
you too.
All right, peace. Yeah, Mr. Sauce in the building. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, Cowboys Nation, we got to figure this out. We got to figure it out quick. And like I said, this isn't a year thing. This isn't going to be year one. Brian Shotton come in here and wows the NFL community and Cowboys Nation and gets this team to a Super Bowl. That ain't happening. Temper your expectations a little bit. I went into the Brian Schottenheimer regime thinking that if he could make it to an NFC championship or a Super Bowl within the 4 years that he's with this organization, he served his purpose. Give that man an extension. I didn't expect us to go to the Super Bowl this year. All I wanted was for us to do better than we did last year. And so far, our defense isn't better than where it was last year. Sure, we can stop the run, but we can't stop the pass. And with the offensive scheme, sure, Brian Schottenheimer has, putting more motion and everything into the scheme, but sometimes you got to go vertical. I was wondering why they weren't just launching the ball down to George Pickens, because every time you launch it to George Pickens, he comes down with a pass interference. Almost every time. The game against the Philadelphia Eagles, the game against the Giants, he had a pass interference on him by the defense. Launch it down to him. But they didn't do that this game. And another thing, if you're going to line CeeDee Lamb up in the backfield, there's your problem. He's trying to do too much. You're trying to make him do too much. Let him be what he's supposed to be. Let him be what you drafted him for. It's not the gadget play. It's for him to go out and snag balls. Let him do that. No diddy. If you need somebody back there as dynamic as CeeDee Lamb, go out there and get a running back that's dynamic. You do have a first-round pick at your disposal if you want to use it. But like I said, I don't think Jerry wants to use it. Jerry is one step. He's 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the future, pissing all over the present. You know what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation? And I just feel this year, treat it with a grain of salt. Just like we treat the first game of the regular season with a grain of salt because we haven't played since that past January or that past December. This year is Brian Schottenheimer's preseason, pretty much. Getting acclimated to everything in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys. He's been with the Dallas Cowboys, but at the same time, he has not been the guy to call all the shots. This is that trial run for Brian Schottenheimer. This year can make or break him. But come on, Metal Mark. You serious? 2-15 this year? Come on, I give him more credit than that. But if we go 2-15, hey, we got a top 5 draft pick. Because we need help. Whether it's, like I said, the spark plug on the defense at the green dot on the defense, we need one. We need one of those. I mean, we got Marissa Leofau, but just think, if you have a legitimate green dot, like a Fred Warner green dot, and then you got DeMarvion Overshown and Marissa Leofau on his sides, that's a dynamic linebacking core right there. That's a dynamic linebacking situation for your defense. Then you get a pass rusher. You got 2 first-round picks. And get one of those dogs at the pass rushing position that can actually get to the quarterback. You may not find a transitional talent like Micah Parsons, but you can find somebody that can get you more than just 2 or 3 sacks a year. You know, I know everybody was high on Sam Williams and everything and Dante Fowler Jr., but y'all ain't shown me nothing yet. Y'all haven't shown Cowboys Nation nothing yet. Like Kenny Clark done came in here and had more of an impact than you guys. Y'all got to step it up. You got to start getting to the quarterback. Because once you start getting to the quarterback, it's going to help your cornerbacks. But your cornerbacks has to help your pass rush too. Got to jam up the damn receivers. You know what I'm saying? It's all about working together. It's all about complementing each other. Before we can play complementary football as a team, we got to play complementary football as teammates. You got to win at your job. You got to do the position at 100%. And if you can't do the position at 100%, then we got to find somebody that can. That's what it boils down to, Cowboys Nation. Real talk. This game, it doesn't take me off. Let me make sure. Got no crowdfunding. All right, no crowdfunding. That's what's up. I just want to let you guys know also, please hit the like button. I'm not seeing how many likes I got, but please hit the like button. It truly helps out. It truly helps out the channel. It gets us to other Dallas Cowboys fans, people in Cowboys Nation that just like some real talk with about the Dallas Cowboys. All right. Ty Cowboys in the building. What's going on with you? Says you don't even need CeeDee to run the damn ball. It's just goofy. Absolutely. Bars. Absolutely though. If you need CeeDee Lamb to run the ball, you need to get somebody in the damn building that can run the ball. Don't be having CeeDee Lamb back there doing that. People talking about, I want Dak Prescott to run more. Last year, they begged for Dak Prescott to run more. The time that he runs, he messes up his hamstring. So just allow these players to do what they were drafted for. If you're the quarterback, be the damn quarterback. Diagnose the defense, throw in the pocket, scramble out, make plays, extend plays, do that. But we complain about Jalen Hurts only being a running back. Oh, he's a running back that plays quarterback. That's what y'all want. Not y'all, but that's what some people in Cowboys Nation want. They want that running back that plays quarterback. They don't want that traditional pocket present, big, stout in the pocket quarterback. They don't want that. They want that shiny new object. Ooh, that quarterback can run. We want one. Nah, man. Quarterback position, I think we're set for now. But there's other positions that aren't your skill position, those role players that are super important to a Super Bowl team. We lacking that, Cowboys Nation. We truly lacking. All right, Paul. And they be playing GP one-on-one. Mainly, Dak got to start spamming him. That dropping pick hurt. Yeah, it did. It hurt to see that replay in slow motion where the ball just hits Pickens in the hands and bounces off and gets intercepted. It's like instantly you get angry with George Pickens, like, dude, you should have caught that ball. What the hell? You should have caught that. But a lot of things was going down in that game. I believe CeeDee Lamb had just went out. So that pressure of, all right, kid, it's you. You're number one. Time to step up. That pressure sometimes it makes you jittery. It makes you jittery. It makes you drop a couple balls. And unfortunately, that drop was extremely costly. But that second interception by Dak Prescott, what was you thinking, Dak? What was you thinking? Who were you passing it to? What was the route that you thought Jalen Tolbert was supposed to be running on that play? Did he mess up? Or did you just throw it to a defender? Like, these are the burning questions that I have. I'm going to be looking at the all 22s, giving y'all some breakdowns and everything, letting y'all know what the unofficial janitor has to say about Matt Eberflus. Nisi, I see you. But yeah, it's going down this week. It's losing week. It's loser Monday for the Dallas Cowboys. And hey, I got to eat these losses just like I eat these wins. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. If we didn't get top five, if we did get top five, draft. I love the sarcasm. Said if we do get a top five pick in the draft, just draft an old lineman named Tyler. We will have the great wall of Tyler. Yeah, we get a right tackle like Tyler Cooper or something. Or Cooper Tyler. Yeah, everybody be Tyler on the offensive line. Hey, that'd be dope if they could get the damn job done. But let's see. Art, the Bears actually played their scheme properly. They were playing not to get beat deep. Yep. They had two safeties deep all day because they had injuries in the secondary. They played with discipline. Absolutely. Look at the Bears defense and look at the Dallas Cowboys defense, and it's night and day. Night and day. They're going to have to learn, man. They're going to have to learn quick. Or like I said, the conversation needs to be had. If you don't learn with the Green Bay Packers game, if the Green Bay Packers come to AT&T Stadium and they do us worse than the Chicago Bears did in the secondary, the question needs to be had. Is it our secondary or is it the scheme? Is it our secondary or is it our play caller? One of the two. And then they got to make a decision from there. Unless they just plan on like, yeah, we're gonna do as well as we can, and hopefully we can get a top 10, top 5 pick. If that's the case, then you done lost the season before you even started it. It's a damn shame. But two Cowboys, these guys ain't built like that. Yeah. That they look forward to the spot after the damn. So what y'all doing after the game and it's the third quarter? Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's kind of like during the season, people like, yeah, so I wonder what we're gonna get with the first pick of our first pick in the draft. And it's November. Like, damn, the season over already? Y'all talking about the draft already? But hey, in order to really those content creators that actually dive deep down into the draft, man, yeah, they gotta start in November because that shit is tedious. Real tough. But MB, please keep CD out of the backfield. I didn't like that call. Absolutely. Like, keep him out of the backfield. You want to run somebody out of the backfield, get a damn running back. Like, let's keep it traditional. Cause as a defense, that CeeDee Lamb is gonna get that ball. They ain't gonna put him in the backfield just to fake it to him. He's going to get that ball, so we're gonna key on him. Like, it's a wasted play. I mean, yeah, sometimes it breaks. Sometimes you get a good chunk play out of it, but more often than not, that shit gets blown up. Like Kevontae Turpin, he's more of a scat back that can get you yards. But CeeDee Lamb, I feel he's more dangerous on the jet sweep. Use him on the jet sweep. but they want to bring him to the backfield. It was just uncalled for. Put a lot of pressure on him, and thank goodness it wasn't just an injury where he rolled his ankle on his own. Somebody rolled up on him, so he wasn't doing anything improper. And I bet the Cowboys felt like, it's typical run play, But unfortunately, he got rolled up on. They couldn't have foreseen that, but still at the same time, you can combat that by not having him in the damn backfield. Can we do like college? Let these dudes we're gonna let the dudes get in the portal. Malik Hooker, go to the portal. Man, and I really thought that Hooker would have a bounce back game. I thought that he's like, all right, I got the interception to seal the deal on the New York Giants, so we're gonna go into this game and prove why I'm here. Woo. And he gets bombed over again. Trayvon Diggs gets bombed over again. When is it time to have those conversations, Cowboys Nation? When is the time? Ah, man. Now we got to see Micah, Gary, Love, and etc. Yep. Matthew Golden. We got to see those dudes now. We got to see them. It's like we went over to one bully's turf, they whooped our ass, and now we got to go back home to face another bully in the same conference that knows Matt Eberflus. Damn it, Matt LaFleur. But I mean, hopefully that scheme is developed for the quarterback to get the damn ball out of his hands quick. That is going to be the important thing against the Green Bay Packers. You have to get the ball out quick. And lucky for the Dallas Cowboys, we run a scheme that allows you to get the ball out quick. So hopefully CeeDee Lamb is on board, man. I'm gonna just Google it and refresh it just to see if there's anything new that came out. Okay, he was officially ruled out of this USA Today. USA Today. Let's see. CeeDee Lamb is certainly no sacrificial lamb for the Dallas Cowboys. Why would you say that? Anyway, star receiver exited Sunday's contest against the Chicago Bears, forcing Cowboys fans everywhere to hold their breath. Lamb had his leg caught on a tackle in the first quarter, seemingly an ankle injury after it was twisted. Lamb promptly left the contest and was then seen on the sidelines without a shoe or sock on. Here is the latest on Lamb. Injury update. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones provides an update about Lamb after the Dallas Cowboys 31-14 loss to the Chicago Bears. He said the receiver's ankle injury wasn't as serious as it could have been, but stopped short of providing a timeline for Lamb's return because he don't know. He don't know a timeline for Lamb's return. He ain't no damn doctor. He ain't seen no x-rays or no MRIs. He don't know. Jerry go out there, oh yeah, he'll be back next week. And then Wednesday, you find out that he's going to be out for 3 weeks. That's the type of time Jerry owned. But said, let's keep our fingers crossed, Jones said. Lamb was officially ruled out of Sunday's game after suffering an ankle injury. He initially tried to return to the game at the start of the second quarter, but exited after one play. The receiver didn't look comfortable on a play where he was promptly ruled out of the game. Lamb had initially been listed as questionable to return because of the ankle injury. The receiver has his ankle twisted on a tackle after his rushing attempt in the first quarter. He was later seen walking around on the sidelines without a sock or a shoe on his left foot. Yeah, and that time that Dak Prescott had his hamstring hanging off the bone, they caught him walking on the sideline as well. So it's all going to be up to the MRI that he has done. I don't see any update saying that it is, in fact, a high ankle sprain or what have you. So, going to keep our fingers crossed, like the owner and GM said. And y'all know I'll be bringing my Raw and Uncut and informing y'all when we hear something from CeeDee Lamb as far as the injury is concerned. All right. Let's see. He said, I don't care how they play. I just want to win. You gotta care how they play if you want them to win, brother. You gotta care how they play if you want them to win. Because if you don't care and they play like shit, then how we gonna win? You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling you to go throw yourself, you know, because we play bad. Like, nah, but you gotta care. I'm not telling you to crash out because we don't play good, but I think you care, Paul. I think you care. All right, Buddha. It's gonna be Mingo, George Pickens, Lamb, Turpin is coming. See, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. But Jalen Tolbert has been serviceable. He has been serviceable. He's not the best receiver out on the field, but he's damn sure isn't the worst. So, but I would like to see Mingo just because he has that physicality. He has that build that I believe Brian Schottenheimer is looking for as far as blocking wide receivers go. And that's going to be your tandem right there. It's going to be Mingo, Pickens, Lamb, and Turpin. And I believe that's your most dangerous weapons as well. And then with Javonte Williams behind that offensive line, I believe the offense will be good, but we cannot ask our offense to continuously go in there and score almost 40 points a week just to keep continuously bail your defense out. I don't give a damn who makes $60 million on the offensive side of the ball. That is not football. That's not complimentary football. To ask your offense, could you just please go in there and score every time you touch the ball so that we can get scored on every time we got to be out on the field? It don't work that way. $60 million quarterback. I had that in my comment section, and I about crashed out on that too. But let's see. True Cowboy, stop trying to use CD like D. Exactly, man. Stop trying to use CD like Debo. He is not Debo. Yeah, he can scoot a little bit, but damn, you putting your money in harm's way. Real talk. You putting the person that you just signed to a lucrative contract in harm's way more than he is already at the wide receiver position. But like I said, you gonna line that man up in the backfield, and the defense is like, yeah, he's getting the ball. Like everybody and their mama knew that CeeDee Lamb was going to get that ball. And there's no tactical advantage when the opposing team knows what the hell you're going to do. Like, man, if it were me, put CeeDee Lamb in the backfield and then do a play action bootleg. Like, oh, CeeDee Lamb didn't get the ball. You're damn right he didn't get the ball. You ain't going to be out there cracking, my dude at the running back position. No. But we only have one running back, in Javonte Williams that we can rely on. So we got to put a Cavante Turpin back there. We got to put a CeeDee Lamb back there. But it just pissed me off, and I believe it pissed your guy Nick's off as well when CeeDee Lamb gets a handoff before Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is your RB2. He should be the one getting those handoffs. Don't put CD back there. But True Cowboy, you're right, man. He's not Debo Samuel. Montana, what's going on? Why is Jalen Tolbert even on? He said, why is Jalen Tolbert even on this team? Man, and I believe he knows that too. I believe he hears Cowboys Nation when they talk about that. Like, they heard the cries of Cowboys Nation. We need a real wide receiver too. We need a real wide receiver too. And that got to Jalen Tolbert because during the sounds of the sidelines against the New York Giants, Jalen Tolbert makes a play. And then on the sideline, CeeDee Lamb comes up to him and he says, you can breathe now. This man has been holding his breath, thinking that he's going to get replaced. Like, sometimes pressure makes you, but other times pressure can break you too. So, as far as Jalen Tolbert even being on this team, I think Brian Schottenheimer sees something in him. I think he sees something in him that he's not able to extract. And that puts a player in a bad position. And at the end of the day, that puts the organization in a bad position because you're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, and it's not going to work. And when does that time come when you actually admit to yourself, like, damn, this isn't going to work. We got to let you go. Kind of like they did Deuce Vaughn. Like, Deuce, we love you, bro. Your dad works here. It was a great story and everything, but bro, we got to let you go. And speaking of Deuce, I wonder if he did anything for the Broncos. Let me see. Who the Broncos play? Broncos week 3. Oh, they lost to the Chargers. Did Deuce Vaughn have anything going on? Boom, Bo Nix, J.K. Dobbins. I just want to check in on them real quick, y'all. They ain't showing me. No. My bad, y'all. I'm coming. Where we at? Week 3. Just want to check this out real quick. See if Deuce Vaughn had any carries against the Chargers. Probably not. Nope. Nope, he didn't. But one thing that did happen was Najee Harris. I believe Najee Harris messed up his Achilles, a ruptured Achilles tendon. And boy, a ruptured Achilles, no, that ain't fun for the Chargers. That ain't fun. Not at all. Yeah, but Bo Nix, RJ Harvey had a couple carries. But anyway, that's the Broncos. I was just checking in on Deuce Vaughn. But as far as Tolbert being on the team, once Mingo comes back, you may start to see less and less of Tolbert. You might see Mingo Turpin Tolbert, and unfortunately that messes up a player's morale. But at the end of the day, it can also work into his advantage, kind of like a Trey Lance. Trey Lance is with an organization that could actually give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Jalen Tolbert needs an organization that's not so much into the spotlight, that can give him a chance to be a wide receiver 3 and to develop into that wide receiver 2, because he can have some reliable hands at times. You remember that Pittsburgh Steelers game where he caught the game-winning pass on 4th down. So he does have that ability to rise to the occasion, but there's those just stupid passes that he should catch that he doesn't. And that's the frustrating part. And another frustrating part is the fact that Brian Schottenheimer keeps talking about consistency when it comes to Jadon Blue, but the consistency is not there with Jalen Tolbert. You feel what I'm saying? And also with the whole Jadon Blue situation, if you're not going to use this man, get rid of him. Cut him loose. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you're not going to use him, why are we even having a discussion about him? Like, oh, consistency, blah, blah, blah. Bro, he got to show that he can do something out on the field, or did we just waste the 5th round pick? Damn, from this draft class, let me see. Dallas Cowboys last 2 draft classes. Let me check this out. From the 2024 class, Guyton, Nealon, Cooper Beebe, Maurice Leafau. 4 players. Ryan Flournoy. Those are the players that get burned. Kalen Carson's ain't playing for you. Nathan Thomas ain't really getting any burn. Justin Rogers ain't getting any burn. Then you look at the 2025 draft. Tyler Booker, yep. Donovan Ezeraku, yep. Siobhan Revel, nope. Jadon Blue, nope. Shamar James, nope. Johnny Cornelius, nope. Jay Toya, healthy scratch this week. Phil Maffa, nope. Tommy Akingbasote, nope. This entire draft class, you've only had really a consistent 2 players. 2 players out of 9 that were drafted that's trying to make an impact for your Dallas Cowboys this year. And people say, oh, the Dallas Cowboys, they draft well. They hit on the draft all the time. There's only 2 people in the 2025 NFL draft that are consistently playing on the Dallas Cowboys right now. So you're saying that we hit last year? I don't know. Maybe your 7th round running back in Phil Maffa can do something for you. Hopefully. I hope. Because like I said, on that trick play, instead of Jake Ferguson, if that was Phil Maffa, I think he would have got even more yards than what Jake Ferguson got. And Jake Ferguson starting to really that big for nothing category. But anyway, Los, we had 2 safeties. 2 they asses always get. Oh man, they always getting lost. Like that one touchdown in the back of the end zone. Malik Hooker looked lost. Like, where the ball go? He's spiking it. It's a touchdown, dude. Al Harris had the Bears secondary ready for us. I wonder what this defense would have looked like if they would have just elevated Al Harris to defensive coordinator. I wonder. Wonder. Carlito Cash, what's going on with you? I wish it was a W. I wish it was W. We got to put an L up there. Man, sometimes scheme could have some versatility. Put Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, etc. back there. Tell me they look like Dono. Yeah, they ain't gonna look like Dono, man. You know, Malik Hooker and Dono. Malik Hooker's lost a step. He's lost a step. And Dono, his coverage is his coverage is suspect. But his run defense, yeah, I like that. I like the fact that Dono ain't afraid to hit. You know, no matter who it is, tight end coming at you, he popping them. But damn, his coverage sucks. And that's what we're doing. We're playing zone, forcing these guys to have to cover. You know, I can see playing man and then they have a, too high shell or whatever. But damn, relying on these guys to, all right, this is your quarter of the field or this is your third of the field. He getting toasted over there all the time. Man, we need help. We need to put up the bat signal for real. Carlito Cash said they messed up my Sunday. For real, they messed up all our Sunday. Real talk. It's like they took our Sunday and just threw it on the ground and stomped on it. Like real talk. Like, nah, y'all can't have a cherry on top of this Sunday. Bam, they just spit in my Sunday, man. Real talk. I was looking forward to coming up on here and be like, yeah, another victory, back to back. 2 victories, went to the Chicago Bears house, went to Soldier Field, and just laid them flat. Nope. I got to come back. I got to come up here in front of y'all, in front of the 62 people that are in here and just be like, man, we got to figure out something. Man, our safety's getting cooked. Man, they out there running trick plays on us and they succeeding. Cowboys Nation. I gotta come on here, coming on here for Loser Monday sucks. It does. To have to talk to my Angry Cowboy Fan family, and I know everybody disappointed, it sucks. So Jerry, you gotta figure this out, man. You gotta figure this out. John Syme says he never trusts a hooker. Shoot. All right, Carlito Cash, man. Yeah, we still DC for life, man. I'll holler at you later. I appreciate you stopping by, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here too. It is 12:26 on the east side. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of our Dallas Cowboys defense getting cooked. I'm tired of our offense always stalling the hell out. We got to figure something out. We going into week 4. And week 4 is where it heats up with the Green Bay Packers. We're gonna allow Micah Parsons to just stroll into town. You can't beat them, join them type of mentality. Join the Green Bay Packers after they mollywopped them in the playoffs 2 years prior. We can't let that happen. We can't let him come in there and show Cowboys like, yeah, this is why y'all shouldn't have traded me. And over there sacking Dak Prescott all the time. We need to bounce back from this. Real talk. But the real derail, let me answer your question real quick, and then I'm out of here. Angry, what's your opinion on the reaction that the defense is horrible? This was known prior to the start of the season and with and without Parsons. I think with Parsons, your pass rush was great. Your run stopping wasn't anything to write home about, but your pass rush allowed your cornerbacks to be great. Your pass rush was allowing your cornerback to probably look better than they actually are, to keep it a buck. Because now the job is solely on your quarterbacks because your pass rush isn't getting home. It's solely on your cornerbacks, and they're getting toasted. Real talk. So in ways, this defense has gotten better. It's gotten much better at stopping the run, but it has sacrificed the big play. And that's something that we have to figure out moving forward. How do we minimize the big play while also being able to stop the run? But guys, I appreciate y'all. Michael asks, Angry Cowboy, why did Dak leave the game with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game? He still got time to try and do something. Nah. With 4 minutes and 17 seconds being down 17 points, nah, it's over. It's over. Especially when you can't rely on your defense to get a turnover, to get a fumble, to get an interception, to get a 3 and out. You can't rely on your defense to do that. So it's like, okay, we go down here and score a touchdown, which threw a freaking interception. But we go down here and score a touchdown. All right, we down by 10. 3 minutes and some change left on the clock. We're looking for a Cinderella miracle. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for a Cinderella miracle. We're looking for the offense to score more than 35 points a week. We are looking for damn near the impossible. We need the help of our defense. Real talk. We need the help of our defense. We need to play complimentary football. But all right, Cowboys Nation, 12:30. I appreciate every single one of y'all rocking with me. Appreciate y'all being active in the chat and everything. It's great to be back up here talking to y'all and just talking Dallas Cowboys stuff. But next time I come on, I want more people to come up I want more people to hit the link. Give me y'all raw and uncut on what y'all feel what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys and how we can better the situation with the Dallas Cowboys. Honestly, what's your expectation of our Dallas Cowboys for this year? Y'all can do me a favor, leave that in the comment section and just let me know. I want to pick y'all brains. But if you haven't hit the like button on this live, please, by all means, hit that like button. Helps us get out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans. Let them know that they got a voice over here as well. Everybody, try not to have a bad week. We're going to go live again, but I'm saying tomorrow's Monday. Try not to have a manic Monday. Try not to be mad that the Dallas Cowboys lost. Losses are only bad if you don't learn from them. You know what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation? But it's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. When you're putting on your shoes, headed out the house, make sure you hit that like button just to let me know you appreciate what I do here. With that being said, oh shoot, I got 55 seconds before it's 2 hours. So let me just go for 55 more seconds. I'm gonna go for 55 more seconds. We are missing our starting cornerbacks, our starting linebackers. We're missing a lot. We've gained a lot from those season-ending injuries back in 2024, but we have lost a number of people for this year. But they'll be back. But the question is, like when DeMarvion Overshown comes back, let's say November, December, it all depends on our record if I'll even put him in the game. I might save him for next year. Who knows? But anyway, this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Y'all have a great night. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. How many people know? How many people know me? How many people knew that there was going to be an end credit scene? Yeah, the end credit scene. Y'all know I pop on here every now and then. Just say something real quick. But yeah, everybody in Cowboys Nation, have a wonderful night. Thank you guys for tuning in. And remember, this thing don't work without you guys. So thank you for your support. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.